There is a reason you landed here, right now, at this very moment. It's not a coincidence, not a random scroll, not an accident. The timing is too precise, too intentional. You are being aligned with a divine frequency, God's frequency. This Monday isn't just another day on the calendar. It holds something sacred for you. Something is preparing to shift, and the message you're about to hear could be the sign you've quietly prayed for, the confirmation you felt deep in your bones but couldn't explain. Listen with more than your ears, listen with your soul. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to anchor yourself. Breathe in. Now comment below. I reclaim my time and energy in space, or 333, or 999. Let the universe know you're awake and watching. You can also share how you've been feeling lately. Have you sensed the shift? Have things been unusually quiet or strangely intense? Your comment might inspire someone else who's walking the same path and waiting for their sign. Welcome. Today we're going to reveal how divine timing is working in your favor this very Monday. Yes, this specific moment. The energy has been building, and now it's aligning just for you. What you've been waiting on is not being denied, it's being arranged. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. And today you're going to understand the deeper reason why it had to be this way. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That tension, that buildup, that strange in-between where nothing seems to be moving, but everything feels ready to explode. You may have been questioning whether you missed the moment, whether too much time has passed, or whether you've made too many mistakes to still be in alignment. But let me tell you something. God's timing is not limited by your human delays. Divine alignment doesn't operate on your calendar. It answers to destiny, and destiny doesn't rush. It arrives exactly when it should. This Monday carries a very specific vibration, a reset, a renewal, a release. It may not look like anything extraordinary is happening on the surface, but beneath the visible, your soul is catching fire again. You are being spiritually awakened to realize that the delay was never denial. It was preparation. God was not holding you back to hurt you. He was keeping you in incubation. He was sharpening your discernment. He was pulling you away from noise so you could finally hear the whisper of your purpose. And some of you have been in that hidden place for a long time. You've been questioning why nothing's worked out the way you envisioned. You've seen people come and go. You've lost things you were sure you needed. You've cried tears in silence. And still, here you are, still breathing, still hoping, still feeling something stir inside of you that refuses to die. That spark inside of you is not random. It's divine evidence that your time is near, that the breath of God still lingers on your purpose. And this Monday, something is opening for you. There are moments in life when everything feels frozen, not dead, not gone, just still, unmoving. And in that stillness, you start to wonder if you're forgotten. But God hasn't forgotten you. In fact, in that stillness, He's been watching you more closely than ever. Because silence is where He builds the strongest. Silence is where He works in secret, away from the distractions of the world. If things have gone quiet around you, don't panic. Pay attention. This silence is not absence. It's the hush before the heavens move. And here's something powerful to remember. Divine timing often feels like divine frustration at first, because your soul can sense what's coming even when your life hasn't caught up yet. That's why you've been restless. That's why your dreams have felt louder. That's why your spirit has been tugging at you in the middle of the night. This isn't anxiety, it's alignment. God's voice is calling you back to yourself, back to the mission, back to the higher path you were created to walk. On this Monday, you're standing at a divine threshold. You may not see the full picture yet, but the energy is shifting around you. Doors are forming where walls once stood. The people who overlooked you will begin to see you. The opportunities that passed you by before are circling back. Not because you chased them, but because you finally aligned with your timing. Your spirit is ready, and God never delivers too early or too late, only on time. And this is your time. You may wonder why it had to take this long, why you had to wait, why you had to endure so much heartbreak, so many losses, So many endings. The truth is, not everything was taken from you. Some things were removed to clear the path. You weren't abandoned, you were protected. That relationship didn't fall apart because you weren't worthy. It fell apart because your destiny was too big to be caged by someone who couldn't see your value. That opportunity didn't slip through your hands because you were unlucky. It disappeared because it wasn't aligned with who you were becoming. God's timing isn't just about when, it's about what and who. It's about how and why. Every delay had a divine fingerprint. This Monday is not coming empty. It's carrying messages, confirmations, alignments, and divine arrangements. Even if you don't physically see them, your soul is picking up on them. The frequency is rising, your mind is starting to shift. You're feeling more courageous, more self-aware, more rooted in your value. That's not just personal growth, that's spiritual activation. It's the divine stirring within you, reminding you that you were never made for the ordinary. You are chosen, and chosen ones are always refined before they are revealed. Have you noticed how things that used to shake you now feel small? That's because you've grown, you've matured, you've survived things that should have broken you. You've had moments where you thought you couldn't go on, and yet here you are, standing in your power. This is what alignment looks like. It's not perfect, it's not always pretty, but it is powerful. And this week, God is opening the door to the next chapter, one that no man can close. You're going to notice strange coincidences this week. People reaching out you haven't heard from in years. Unexpected breakthroughs, sudden clarity, dreams that feel more real than usual, waking up with ideas you can't explain. These are not flukes, these are divine signals. Watch closely. Everything is speaking now. God uses everything, numbers, songs, colors, conversations, even delays, to get your attention. Pay attention. This Monday, your awareness is your access. Sometimes God lets us sit in the fire not to destroy us, but to reveal us. And what has been burning around you has only refined what was pure within you. The gold in your spirit, the wisdom in your heart, the strength in your bones. And now that the smoke is clearing, what's rising from the ashes is you. The new you, the version of you that is finally aligned with your calling. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You don't need to force anything anymore. What's meant for you is on its way with precision. So don't shrink back when things start shifting. Don't question it when people suddenly exit your life or when unexpected pauses happen. These are divine interruptions. God never takes without replacing. He never removes without redeeming. And whatever left your life before this Monday was never holding your future, only your fear. You've outgrown your old chapter, and now the page is turning whether you feel ready or not. But here's the thing. You are ready. Even if you don't know how, your spirit does. You were born for this. There's a peculiar kind of silence that happens right before a breakthrough. A stillness that feels like waiting at the edge of something massive. That's where you are right now. On the edge. This week, don't try to force open doors that are closing. Don't chase anything. Instead, align, breathe, listen, watch, trust. Your spirit knows the way, and this Monday, the universe is clearing the path ahead. The more still you are inside, the louder divine timing becomes. The signs will not shout, they will whisper. But if you're listening, they will be impossible to ignore. This is not just a new week, it's a sacred alignment point. You're crossing into divine timing now, not because everything is perfect, but because everything is aligned. Your pain has positioned you, your growth has prepared you, your surrender has summoned something greater, and heaven has been watching. The things you whispered in prayer are now echoing in divine corridors. Angels are organizing meetings, alignments, and miracles that will look sudden, but have been planned for months, even years. You see, chosen one, divine timing is not delayed, it's designed. And now you are stepping into a timeline that has your name written on it. No more begging, no more convincing, no more shrinking. The next level doesn't require you to perform. It requires you to be authentic. Your vulnerability is not your weakness, it's your weapon. Your softness isn't a flaw, it's a signal of divine strength. What makes you different is what makes you powerful. You weren't made to blend in, you were made to stand out. This Monday is not just about a new day, it's about a new dimension. Spiritually, this is a dimensional shift. You've been seeing signs, the number 333 or 999, sudden awareness, random thoughts that bring deep peace or strange urgency. That's not your imagination. That's spirit speaking. That's your soul receiving downloads from higher consciousness. You're being moved, elevated, summoned. And it's not a coincidence that you're hearing this message right now. This is your divine confirmation. Don't doubt the way you've been feeling lately. Don't dismiss the inner nudges that are calling you to change, to move, to release. The fear that arises is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're stepping into unfamiliar greatness. Growth often feels like grief because we are saying goodbye to versions of ourselves that were born out of survival. But you don't need to survive anymore. You're entering a time of thriving. This Monday marks a departure from the wilderness, the land of confusion, and a return to divine clarity. If you've been asking for a sign, this is it. If you've been praying for peace, it's coming. If you've been hoping for your moment, it's near. The energy is shifting in your favor, and God is not late. He's strategic. His plans are not rushed because they're rooted in eternal wisdom. What you thought was rejection was simply redirection. What you saw as abandonment was a divine setup. And now all the puzzle pieces are starting to come together. The synchronicities, the healing, the closure, the inner peace. Let this Monday be a sacred threshold. Get quiet, reflect, journal, sit in nature. Listen more than you speak. Observe your dreams. Watch how people show up. Feel your body. Trust your gut. These are the senses of the spirit. God will use all of them to guide you now. You are not meant to figure it all out, just to follow the flow. And you will know when it's time to move, when it's time to speak, when it's time to act. Trust that knowing. That's your compass. Something is going to be revealed to you this week that changes how you see everything. A truth, a sign, a confirmation, maybe a message from a friend, a memory, a dream, a moment of sudden clarity. It won't be loud, but it will be undeniable. And when it comes, let your heart receive it fully. Don't let fear block your blessing. You've done the work. You've faced your shadows. You've walked through the valley. Now it's time to rise. You'll notice certain people being distant. Don't chase. You'll feel led to stop certain habits. Trust that. You'll crave more stillness, more solitude. Honor it. You're shedding an old layer of yourself this week, and that shedding is sacred. It might feel like loss, but it's actually liberation. You're not losing, you're being redefined. And what is emerging is clearer, stronger, wiser, more rooted in divine purpose. God is not just giving you something this week, He's unlocking you. The real you, the powerful, intuitive, fearless you, the version of you that remembers why you were born. And every situation this week will reflect that awakening. From the smallest conversations to the biggest decisions, everything will carry spiritual weight. So tread with intention, move with faith, trust the flow, and most importantly, remember who you are. You are not behind. You are right on schedule. You are not forgotten. You are held. You are not lost. You are being guided. The divine plan is unfolding now, and you are exactly where you need to be to receive what is already yours in spirit. This Monday isn't coming to test you, it's coming to bless you. But first, you must open your hands, release the old, make space, and say out loud, I am ready. I am ready for what's mine. I am ready for what I prayed for. I am ready for peace, for purpose, for prosperity. I am ready to stop doubting what God has confirmed. Let this be your soul's declaration this Monday. Let it echo louder than fear. Let it replace hesitation with action. You're stepping into a week where what you lost will start to make sense, and what you feared will lose its grip. The waiting wasn't a waste, it was preparation. The silence wasn't rejection, it was recalibration. And now the alignment begins. You've been feeling something building inside you for a while now. You didn't know how to explain it, but it was like a storm and a sunrise inside your spirit. One part of you was grieving what you let go. The other part was awakening to what's coming. And now those parts are merging. Your inner world is aligning with the divine rhythm. Your steps are no longer scattered. They are directed, ordered, destined. This Monday is about divine orchestration. You'll notice how things just click, how someone shows up exactly when needed, how a delay leads to a breakthrough, how a moment of stillness opens into a flood of clarity. That is divine timing at work. Stop second-guessing your instincts. Stop comparing your pace. You are not late. You are right where heaven wants you. Chosen one, this is your new reality. You no longer chase what's not meant for you. You no longer tolerate what drains you. You no longer make yourself small to fit into places God is pulling you out of. You are walking in purpose, walking in truth, and walking in divine alignment. The people who once ignored your value will now witness your rise, but not for revenge, for revelation. You are the living proof that favor isn't always loud, but it's always powerful. That chosen ones often walk alone, but never without protection. That what's rooted in spirit cannot be destroyed by man. You are walking into rooms this season that were closed before, but now the doors swing open not because you forced them, but because you're finally ready. You see, it's not about the opportunity, it's about your alignment. You had to go through that isolation to recognize your worth. You had to lose them to find you. You had to be still to hear clearly. And now you'll speak from a place of power, not pain. You'll move with grace, not guilt. You'll build not from scarcity, but from sacred trust. This week, chosen one, you are being called to rise, not rushed, but released. So listen closely this Monday. The whispers you hear are not ordinary thoughts. The tug in your spirit is not anxiety. It's direction, it's instruction, it's holy activation. The timing is now and the message is clear. You are not who you were. You are no longer in the place of delay. You are in the place of divine unfolding. You are in the rhythm of God. Let others move fast if they want. You are moving with purpose. Let others question you. You are moving with confirmation. Let others walk away. You are walking into alignment. The time of hiding is over. The season of silence is behind you. You are chosen, anointed, prepared, and now released into everything that was promised. So as this Monday unfolds, don't just live by habit. Live by divine awareness. Let every breath be sacred. Let every step be intentional. Let every moment be a mirror of your rising. You don't need to know every detail. Just know this. The divine timing you've been waiting for has already begun. And it has your name written in light. This is your moment. This is your Monday. This is your message. Now walk in it.